This here is the best audio I've ever had in VR. And you know what? I 3D printed that myself as an absolute 3D printer beginner. And how I did that and what exactly this is and how you can get it too, I'm going to tell you in this video. So absolutely stay tuned, watch the whole video because all of this goodness is coming up. I'm so glad that you're back on the channel. My name is Sebastian Ang. If you are a VR enthusiast, this is the right channel to subscribe to because we're bringing you the latest news about all the headsets and cool mods like this one here. So it's absolutely worth it, and also click on the bell button. Before we get into this absolutely cool video, I would like to thank MRTV community member PowerPlay, who has actually designed this absolutely amazing 3D printing project and who has given me the files, and I'm going to let you know how you're going to get it. And also big thanks to Prusa, the 3D printing company that has provided me with a 3D printer that I printed this cool project with. More information now. And here it is, my very first 3D printer, the Prusa Core 1. And to make it very clear, this video is not being sponsored by Prusa, but they provided me with this 3D printer so I can start with 3D printing VR accessories. So thanks a lot for this. And they even put in Haribo gold bears, very nice. Yeah, so here it is, setting it up here for the first time. Everything is absolutely simple. And again, I have no experience whatsoever at this point in time how to use it. But I found out it's actually very simple. Only have to put the display here. That was probably the most complicated. Put in here the rubber feet and then we're off to the run. And my very first print project, this little boat. And I heard that in the 3D printing community, it's actually something very common to print this here for the first time. And I was amazed just how this little boat simply is being printed here in this printer. Nice. So then let's get to the actual audio booster. I got the file from PowerPlay and I simply loaded it into this Prusa Core 1 slicer. This is a software that helps you set up your print, but I didn't change anything actually. I just clicked on slice and then I sent the file to the printer, and here we go. My very first own project actually. Or it's not my project, but my first printed project that I'm actually excited about because it's a VR accessory. And it was simply printing. And this process of something completely new being printed, it is kind of magical, I must say. It is a great feeling. Then for the second part, I had to change the filament because the first part was printed in PLA, the outer shell. But the inner part is being printed with TPU. And that is a softer material that you also very often see in VR accessories or mobile phone accessories. And here we go. It's being printed and then it was finished. And by the way, all this takes hours. So it's not just seconds like I showed you here. Yeah, so here we go. This is the outer shell. This is the inner part. And then we also have these cushions, and these are not 3D printed. I ordered them from AliExpress for a few dollars only. Link in the description of this video. So here is the outer shell. And here again, the reminder, this has been brought to us by PowerPlay. Thanks again for designing that audio booster, dear PowerPlay. All right, then you have to get rid of the supports, and supports are something that is simply needed by the 3D printer to print things because they cannot print into mid-air. But it's kind of satisfying to get rid of these supports. And then this is it. This is the final piece. And doesn't it look incredible? So in my opinion, it's pretty fascinating that you can print something like this. So the other part also, and now both parts are finished. All right. Then the other parts, this inner TPU parts, you simply put it inside, and it is more flexible, and also PowerPlay put MRTV on it. Thank you so much. That is a cool gesture. Yep, so you simply put it here. It's responsible for dealing with the audio, making it sound better, and then it looks like this. Also, in my opinion, it looks cool. It's great that I used the red TPU because those red color accents, absolutely nice. All right, let's do the same thing with the other side. Simply going to put it inside here. Here's the right side. And then we're ready for the next step. So it's also cool that everything just fits so well. And that was kind of surprising for me as a 3D printing beginner, that you can build parts that simply fit so well. So yeah, very cool. Very proud here of my first prints. So the next step is simply get those headphone cushions and put them around what you've just printed. And again, these parts are not very expensive. You can also get them from Amazon.com for around $12. The link is in the description of this video. Yeah, and then you got something as cool as this. Wow. I really love this project. Did I tell you that already? Yeah, I have to say it again. So this is what you're going to put on your Pimax DMAS headphones. And by the way, if you're wondering how to get a hold of these 3D files, those 3D print files for this project, you can simply go to Etsy.com. And the link to PowerPlay's project is in the description of this video. Probably the files are going to set you back, I believe, like $15 in euros. And that's a fair price for all the work that PowerPlay has put into these audio boosters. So go get them and support them and print them out for yourself. If you want him to print that for you, that might also work. Then go to the Discord server and find him. Yeah. The link to the Discord server is down in the description of this video as well. So you simply clip it on. Yes, this is how you do it. No matter if you own the Pimax Crystal Super or the Pimax Crystal or any other Pimax headset that is using the DMAS audio solution. So cool and actually so satisfying to clip it on because again, it fits like a glove. And also the other side here. Wow, this is simply satisfying. But more important is, of course, the sound, and the sound does get boosted a lot, especially the bass department. Important though, because this mod does change the audio characteristics quite a bit, you also need to use an equalizer. And PowerPlay recommends you to use the APO equalizer that's free for Windows, and he even gives you the configuration file that perfectly will change the sound characteristics to match the audio booster hardware. So yeah, absolutely worth it to support PowerPlay on Etsy. Again, the link is down in the description of this video. Yeah, and this is the finished audio booster on the Pimax DMAS. And I must tell you, I first of all think that this looks really, really dope. But what's more important, when you use it, it is simply, well, so much better. It is louder. Yeah, simply the effect when you do this here with your ears, everything gets louder. And also, it's way more pumpy. The bass is so much better than without the audio booster from PowerPlay. Yeah, so if the original DMAS was not good enough in the bass department, well, now you're good. This is really going to make you feel like, wow, I'm in the club here now, yeah, with the pumping beats. So yeah, I love this. And you know why I also love this? It feels more immersive. You know, like, okay, with the over-ear speakers, it is very comfy, right? Because you don't feel anything. But these here, they are comfy as well. So you feel more, yeah, more immersed. You're more in this. You know, you're really completely in VR. And that is better. So you hear a bit less of what's happening outside. The people outside also hear a bit less what's happening in VR. And you are simply fully enclosed in VR. And yeah, it feels better. And for some reason, yeah, also having your ears in VR, the whole thing also feels more comfortable. So I told you I already like how the super feels, right? It's fine. You know, it's yeah, it's better. It is simply better. Yeah, it just feels like, okay, I'm really fully enclosed now in virtual reality. I am gone. I'm gone from this real world. I am in VR. And I can just imagine how incredible this is going to be for people who club in VR, like in VR chat, who simply want to dance, yeah, with their super or with their pimax crystal. Yeah, you're going to have an incredible time. But you know what's also cool? Actually, PowerPlay has not only made these audio boosters for the D mass, he has also made them for the S mass, for the cheaper one. And from what I heard, like the difference from S mass sound, which is not so good, and then using the audio boosters on the S mass is even like more substantial, because the S mass sound is bad, right? The D mass sound is already good and only gets better. But I can just imagine just how good it is when you use S mass. So I'm a huge fan. And again, this is now the best audio that I've ever had in VR. It's better than on Index. It is better than on Reverb G2, because you simply have this pumping bass and just with a 3D print. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, and I'm so glad that even as a complete beginner, I could print that out. It was super simple. So again, thanks to Prusa for working together with me, and I am going to print more stuff with this printer. So yeah, I am now completely into this hobby. There's so many cool mods that you can print. Like for example, for my Beyond 2, I can print now a more comfortable head strap and all these kind of things. I'm so happy about getting into the VR printing hobby. Nice. Yeah, so I can just tell you, if you have a 3D printer, print them. If you don't have a 3D printer, get one. Like, I can absolutely recommend the one from Prusa. Link is down in the description of this video. And if you don't want to get into 3D printing yourself, simply get in touch with PowerPlay on the MRTV Discord server. The link is down in the description of this video. He might be able to hook you up with a set. Yeah, so go and check that out. Yeah, that is everything that I have for this video. I love this video and I love these audio boosters. Did I tell you that already? So yeah, if you enjoyed it too, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section, which cool mods do I need to print? I am totally into this now. So simply let me know in the comment section, what are your favorite mods for VR headsets? Could be anything, could be Quest 3, could be Pimax, could be big screen, Meganex, everything. I'm up now for printing stuff. All right, that's it. If you have not yet subscribed to MRTV, do that now. Come to the MRTV Discord server, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.